Hi everybody, my name's Bill Sanders and this is WatchArtSci. This is the WatchArtSci review. And today I'd like to take a look at the collection of Satiriadis. Okay, this is what I call a bifurcated collection. On the one hand, you have some watches they're very pretty watches, I might add. A Longines, a Tag Heuer, a Breitling, and a Eberhard. And these watches are all either the Breitling is a quartz, the others are ETA based movements. Okay, now Tag Heuer and Breitling both have manufactured or in-house movements, and usually what they do is that they charge a bit more for those. In fact, oftentimes a lot more. But a lot of times, watches like these are good-looking watches. I love the that Tourneau, the Longines Tourneau, and the Eberhard as interesting designs, as interesting watch designs. Okay. And the Valjoux 7751 isn't that bad, really. I mean, it is an ETA base, but the ETA has some that are more geared toward, making cheap swatches with it. But okay, so we have those. Now, on the other hand, this is why I refer to it as a bifurcated collection. On the other hand, you have a Frederic Constant, a Seiko, and a Cartier. The Frederic Constant, they do have an in-house movement, and for that, they deserve, I think, some recognition. The problem that has always got me about Frederic Constant is that they use plating, and if you have a gold-plated watch, it's going to rub off, and it's going to pretty soon look like a pretty cheap watch. Why not just use stainless steel? Or perhaps even brass might do. But there's something about it that is if you're going to use gold, use gold. And I realize gold's extremely expensive, but that's my opinion, okay? Now, the Seiko, on the other hand, is a sweetheart of a watch. This particular one, it has a 5R66, gorgeous looking watch, in-house movement, a very good in-house movement. So that's pretty nice. Same with the Cartier. The Cartier has this particular one includes a calibre de Cartier. Now, Cartiers have everything from quartz to ETA movement, but not this particular one. So here you have sort of the in-house group of watches, and then you have the good-looking but not very horologically significant watches. I think if for me, where would I go with a collection like this? Now, if you look at the ones with the ETA movements in it, if you took or the quartz movement, if you took all of those together, you could probably buy one decent, more high horology like. I think a good place for this collection to go for the next step would be a Zenith. That'd be one. This is one of those bargains that has been overlooked. And I mean, like Tag Heuer, for example, has used Zenith movements. Not like an ETA movement, but you go upscale and you put in a Zenith movement. Same with Jaeger-LeCoultre. Either one of those, I think, would be a good step in the right direction. Another direction is a Rolex. Usually with a Rolex, people tend to like the more sporty types. There are some more formal types of Rolexes that are very nice watches that, for the most part, are ignored. So I think that if you want to move in another direction, the other thing too, the more formal looking Rolexes tend to be lower priced ones too. Go figure. So that would be my suggestions. The sort of the general, you might say, the genre of this collection is more toward a formal side of it. Uh, the the Breitling is sporty looking, but it's a quartz, and so, well, like I said, if you're going to buy a lot of real cheap watches, I'd go with one. I'd trade all four of those for one watch, like a Jaeger-LeCoultre or a Rolex or a Zenith. I mean, that you could Zenith is, like I said before, those have some wonderful movements, and they're real bargains. I don't know why, but they are. So anyhow, Satiriadis, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for for sending in pictures of your collection. I appreciate it. And for anyone else who'd like a little video review of their collection, send it into the email address, and be glad to review them for you. This has been Bill Sanders and WatchArtSci. See you Friday.